All right, raise your hand if you think that O'Malley and her crew are not actually dead. I don't think anybody's buying that. For some reason, this big, gigantic explosion is actually going to kill off these characters. But yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise, though. But this is my thoughts on episode 7 of Fena Pirate Princess, so let's jump right into it. But yeah, as expected, the episode opens up and everybody's pretty much contemplating what they're going to do. Are they going to go with Yukimaru and run off to get Fena, or are they going to actually... Well, at this point, it's not just Fena, it's Fena and Yukimaru. Or are they going to actually stick with Shaitan and actually wait for Kei to come back, or actually go back to the island? So, and it was cute that they actually all pretty much decided equally. I think a lot to do with what Shaitan decides is really kind of in what Makabe puts it. And I really did like that, is that aspect of, you know, we started out with just us three, and then we brought in the twins, we brought in Karen, and then eventually Fena. She's a part of our circle. She is a part of our group. We have to go get Yukimaru and Fena and bring them back. Following this, we finally did get a confirmation on who this girl in the painting is. It is Helena. Like I said, there was a confusion if they were calling Fena Helena or if this was Helena. But yeah, this is Fena's mother. It is Helena in this painting. He drew it out of memory. It's quickly fading, apparently. And yeah, it does seem like he did love her. And there's a weird little moment between him and Fena of like, you know, did she love you? I have to admit, I feel a little bit, I guess, annoyed by how kind of docile Fena has become in this particular segment. Very swooned by the beauty that is Abel and just not really do anything. Just constantly kind of just, you know. I guess it's fine. I don't mind the idea of a damsel in distress. Personally, I don't care about the whole damsel in distress thing. I'm perfectly fine with the damsel in distress. I just feel like it's out of character for Fena. She's a lot more active and not so much combatant. She's not a fighter or anything like that. I'm not saying she's a fighter or anything. It's just like she's not like I sit there and stare like an idiot. She does have a goofiness about her. She's an animated person. And I feel like in this particular segment, and I think in the last episode too, she's just kind of just sitting there. So it is kind of a little bit of discerning. I mean, she doesn't really have a position to do anything. She's not a superhero. She's not going to suddenly fight everybody. She's not a ninja or anything like that. But I do expect her to have a personality there that just seemed to be void at the time. She's technically absorbing information, so it makes sense, I guess. So it doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, kind of like I mentioned in the last episode, O'Malley decides that she's ticked off and she's going to take on the fleet, and that doesn't end very well. I thought there would be more of a fight happening, you know, actual boarding and sword fighting and everything. And I don't know if it's an aspect that Abel just wanted to show his strength, or if he was trying to erase something, or if it's an aspect that he actually did find them, O'Malley and her crew, as a threat, because he does tell his captain, you know, yeah, load up the big cannon, put explosive rounds in there. He's like, well, wait, that's for taking out walls. It's like, do it anyways. He wasn't messing around. I don't know if that was just a show of strength, or if it was he does know O'Malley is a threat. And that's what I'm kind of going. My theory is he knew that O'Malley was a threat. And so he's like, just use your biggest cannon, use your biggest round, and take that thing. And yeah, sure enough, like I was, like I said, I was not expecting O'Malley and her crew to go down like that. That literally, like, destroyed. I mean, just the first shot of it just, like, took out a good third of the chunk of this entire ship. And then, yeah, of course, the explosive part goes off, and it's gone. It was crazy. Like I said, I wasn't expecting that. But this does go to my possible future frustration. And as I know what they're going to do is somehow reveal, oh, O'Malley and all the colorful cast that was with her, all of the name-attached characters that were on that ship, they're fine. They're alive. Something happened. Even though it showed, like, O'Malley standing there and the explosion enveloping her, it'll be something where, like, suddenly out of nowhere, the big lady of O'Malley's crew just takes them and, like, shields them under something, and they're all safe. I'm not buying that at all because, like I said, it was a huge explosion. Humongous explosion. And it did envelop them as a character on the screen. So I'm going to be... It's not that I want these characters to be dead. It's just I don't like when a writer and director and all these people put together the scene where it looks like there's no possible way a person can survive an explosion that huge. This thing breaks walls down. It's going to kill the flesh and bone of a person that's near it. But they'll figure out some way of going, they're fine. They're still in the story. They're perfectly fine. We'll see, though. Like I said, I don't want them dead. I was shocked by how that bad that was, but at the same time, I'm going to be angry if they do this whole bait and switch thing. Like, oh, they're just fine. Yeah, Yukimaru comes in, sees all the unnamed O'Malley crew members floating in the water until eventually, yeah, he decides that he has to get on the ship. At the same time, Fena is watching this burning ship, and she starts having a lot of like flashbacks to the explosion of Hope, the ship that she was on when she was younger, and it starts to recall a lot of shots that we didn't see before, and that was really pointing out the aspect that was the Red Demons, which I'm assuming, again, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's really implying that it's O'Malley's crew, or maybe a version of O'Malley's crew that were the red members. It could be the red coats and the blue coats, I don't know. But it does point out that there was blue coats there too, so this obviously shocks her, and she's terrified because she's surrounded by blue coats. Blue coats were there at the fall of Hope, and she's terrified. She's obviously surrounded by these people, and she starts panicking. The captain of the ship, you know, aside from what Abel once says, throw her inside of the, you know, the bridge down below or something like that. And yeah, that's when she calls for Yukimaru. Yukimaru shows up and starts fighting. And like I said, as usual, even though Yukimaru has been portrayed as being super fast and super cunning and a great warrior, he just gets shot. Abel just shoots him. Like, he's standing in front of a row of guns, and he just stands there and gets shot. So again, I really don't know what the story wants us to believe that the goblins are, other than just, I don't know. Anyways, it's an excuse to have Yukimaru get hurt, and everybody else shows up, of course. It makes sense that they made it there so quickly because they're on the submarine that's a super fast boat where he pretty much paddled there. But they all show up. I loved Karen, like, comes up and shoots this guy, and then, like, just, like, quick draws out another gun. Like, quick draw Karen here. I mean, eventually they throw down a smoke screen, and they get out of there. And, yeah, now we have an injured Yukimaru that's pretty much dying. Probably won't die. He's not going to die. And they're all on the ship getting out of there. So that's a positive. They got everybody out. They're free. Obviously, they're probably in the next episode, they'll run into Kay, and then they'll have to explain the situation. Hopefully it works out well with them, and they don't have a situation where they have to go up against Kay, obviously, because it's making them out to be really incredible. I did like that Abel the entire time as all this chaos is going on. He's just standing there staring. It's like, can you have any more plot armor? Like, there's guns going off, slicing and everything. He's just standing there like, I'm mad. Abel's like, I don't know. I guess he can't be shaken, I guess. He's a very confident person, even though his confidence allows everything to kind of just happen and he doesn't do anything. So yeah, nothing really story driven happened in the episode. Just really kind of just a shuffling of the cards and a lot of action. And like I said, O'Malley's crew getting taken out, Yukimaru getting taken down, and them rescuing Fena and Yukimaru. So we'll see where it goes from here. I think in the next episode, we'll probably have, like I said, Kay probably meeting up with the crew, them probably having a little bit of a tussling because obviously they did something they weren't supposed to do. But again, I don't think Kay's going to really go there and kill everybody, or they're going to have to, you know, struggle to fight him or anything like that. I think he's probably just going to come in there, reprimand him, and then they'll kind of just move on from there. But yeah, with that said, let me know in the comments down below, do you think O'Malley's crew's gone, or you think this is going to be one of those, they're okay, they just did this, and they're safe. Hit a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video if you can. Support us on Patreon if you can. We definitely appreciate everybody that supports us through Patreon or by sharing this video and liking it. And y'all take care.